recap, Mekhi Lemon in the first round, 20th overall pick. Eagles traded up. You and I both saw that happen, right? I want to get your thoughts on that after you had some time to sleep on it. And then tonight, we have the Philadelphia Eagles stay pat in the second round. They draft the tight end out of Vanderbilt, Eli Stowers, the John Mackey Award winner. Now, Kenyon Sadiq was obviously the freak of nature of the draft when it comes to the tight end position. I'm surprised he didn't win that award. I don't know if he didn't play enough games, whatever it may be. But Eli Stowers, to find him at the bottom of the third, at the bottom of the second, and you still have that high third round pick, and you traded your low end third round pick and paired it with the 2027 third round pick that's likely going to be low end as well. If the Eagles finish where we expect them to finish, and you brought back Jonathan Grenard, edge rusher, who's coming off of one of his lesser seasons due to injury, had to get shoulder surgery, but the Eagles do their homework when it comes to guys and their health. And apparently the shoulder surgery was pretty standard, pretty traditional, nothing out of the ordinary. And ultimately, they make the trade for him, bring him in, give him a 4-year extension, $50 million guaranteed. The contract's worth $100 million total. Give me your thoughts on what just happened today.
I believe Tiffany mentioned that yesterday about Grenard. So I think we knew that was coming. But I think that's just another piece that they put in there, especially when Phillips out the door. Jalen Phillips out the door. I think he's another person that can come in and pay immediate dividends. But that's just a cherry on top of the cake. Defense is not our problem.
I agree 100%. Which is interesting how they go 2 picks in the first two picks are offense.
Yeah. I like Stowers. Is it Stowers or Stowers? Stowers.
That's a good question. I've been saying Stowers.
Yeah. The dude can jump out the gym.
He's fast too. Ran a 4.51.
He broke a combine record for vertical leap.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah. Ridiculous. So he's one of them guys. Get him in the back of the end zone, throw it up high, and let him dunk with 2 hands. That's all you got to do. My only issue, I was just about to go watch some tape. Can he block?
He's on the smaller side. They said he's only been playing the tight end position for about 3 seasons. He's a former quarterback turned tight end.
Right.
But he's an athletic freak. Obviously Kenyon Sadiq had a faster 40, but this guy jumps out the gym.
Yeah, I mean, Kenyon Sadiq ran what, a 4.37?
4.39, I think 4.37, something like that.
What did he run?
He ran let me make sure I got it right here. He ran a 4.51 and with a 1.59 10-yard split.
Is it faster than Goddard?
Let me find out. Dallas Goddard's 40. Let me see.
Well, it's got to be, because whatever Dallas Goddard ran in the 40 time, he ain't that fast anymore.
Dallas Goddard was never really fast.
No.
So Dallas Goddard, it says here, during his he didn't run at the combine due to a hamstring, but on his pro day, it's reported that he ran between a 4.67 and a 4.69.
Yeah, we got speed. And I got to take a step back because I don't know. The X factor is still Sean Mannion.
Agreed.
How are we going to use him? Maybe in his offense, we don't have to block. I mean, Kittles can block okay, but Kittles ain't going, stonewall anybody. He's just not that big. So I'm trying to curtail what my expectations are, and you got to hold off until we see what Sean Mannion's philosophy is, what he's trying to do, because this might fit right in line with the style that he's trying to run. So are they putting his pieces on the board? That matters a lot. So I know what I would want. I want a tight end that's got some blocking skills. But again, like I said, with the offensive line, the bar is low because as much as I love Dallas Goedert, there were some plays the last 2 seasons where it's like, bruh, we got to be better than that, blocking on the line. We have to be better than that. And it cost us like touchdowns. I think, like we ended up scoring, but it was a situation like on a particular play, like we got stonewalled because our tight ends couldn't block. So the bar is low. So again, they just have to be adequate. They just have to be adequate because it was to the point last year where it was like, bro, we can't. this is embarrassing. That's how bad it was a few times. So as long as we're better than that, I already know the kid is a super athlete. He gonna jump out the gym. We know what we got with Hollywood Brown. We know what we got with Mekhi Lemon. We good. It's just about, I see the ingredients. I see the groceries on the counter. I just don't know what he cooking. So I'm gonna trust that he gonna make something good.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the big, that's the unknown variable right now. And that is a big key before you can kind of say yay or nay and all this kind of stuff. I heard people crashing out about it because they didn't think we should have moved up to get him. And I'm like, listen, did y'all not see that? I talked about this before. Joe Banner. There was an interview you can probably find on YouTube with Joe Banner, and he tells a story of what happened with Russell Wilson. They sat on Russell Wilson thinking that Russ was going to fall to him, and Seattle moved up and got him. And they ain't never waited around for a pick since. If that's the guy, if Mekhi Lemon is the guy that they wanted, go up and get him. If you can embarrass Pittsburgh in the process, that's a little extra. So
yeah.
How we got his dude. How we got his dude. And I like Lemon. I like his attitude already.
Yeah, I think what I'm overall, I see Howie Roseman loading up young talent on an offense that's going to be totally different in terms of personnel and just the skill set of the personnel. I mean, we're going to see an Eagles offense that we've never seen before in terms of personnel groupings, alignments, maybe route concepts. Eli Stowers right now, he's not going to come out here and block. And I'm not saying he won't be able to learn to do that. But the Eli Stowers pick is like a stock because he's only been playing the position for 3 years, I believe. And the growth he's had every single year at the position based off evaluators has been astronomical. And they feel like he's barely scratched the surface of how good he can be at the position. Yeah. But he's shown the constant leaps and bounds. So I think the Eagles see themselves because, and again, the Eagles, they don't just spend high draft capital on tight ends. Remember, I told you this quite a few times. I said I would like the Eagles to draft a tight end as early as day 2 in this draft, and they did that. So I can't personally get mad over what I asked for. Now, obviously, we were hoping for Kenyon Sadiq as well, but I like the Malik Lemon. I like the Malik Lemon pick.
Was Delp still available?
Who?
Delp.
Was
he still available? The other tight end? Because I liked him. I liked him better than Stowers.
Eli Stowers was the second tight end taken off the board after Kenyon Sadiq. And in the moment the Eagles took Eli Stowers, you started seeing a run on tight ends. So Howie Roseman read the draft board, especially if a tight end was on his mind, because he didn't trade up or trade back. He knew he was taking the tight end, and he read the draft board perfectly because the moment he took his, all of a sudden you start seeing the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th tight end come off the board.
When's our next pick?
High 3rd round.
Ooh, 68. So we're not far from it.
Exactly. So and they traded the low end 3rd to the Vikings to get Grenard.
Can we get this is just a personal thing with me. I would not mind them at 68 snatching up Lorenzo Styles. I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind
Stroud.
that. Who's still available at safety?
Let's see.
Or is he gone? Is he gone already?
I didn't see him come off the board.
Nah, he's still on the board. I mean, they got a lot of people ranked above him, but
Yeah, there's a lot of them ranked above. Sheesh.
yeah, but that's like personal opinion, though, man. I like him. I
That's
like
true.
the kid. So, but again, at the end of the day, get a safety.
It's all about value, right? So
yeah, get a safety. Or you gonna take a chance on the tackle?
Yo, you know what's so crazy? The offensive line run slowed down dramatically.
Big time. Baldy said it. Baldy was like, the replacement is not in this draft.
And the D line run in this round was crazy. I mean, first half, like it was edge, D tackle, edge, D tackle, edge.
I mean, at this point, man, listen, Howie doing Howie things, man. He done already played the thief already.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens every year. You know me when it comes to Howie, man. I just put my hands up and it's like, bro, you do you, man. I trust you. You flying this plane. You are flying this plane, man. Just go ahead and do your thing. I have no every time I see a draft and we got other people mad at the move that Howie Roseman made. Ryan Clark was going off.
Oh yeah, he was like he was like, I can't believe how we did what he did.
He was salty.
Oh my goodness,
hey,
that was hilarious.
They cracked them jokes about, man, ain't nobody Howie Roseman call you, you're not answering the phone. But I just love it that he is just that good. And we got him. Especially, bruh. Did you see? I know I'm going off on a little tangent.
No, you good.
Did you see Sean McVay?
Yo,
when they drafted Ty Simpson,
they trying to spin it. You see it? They trying to spin it though.
He was hot.
They trying to spin it though.
But I tell you what. I know can you really call it nepotism? Maybe it's more like favoritism, but Simpson is it Ty? Is it Ty Simpson? Ty Simpson.
Yeah, Ty
Simpson. His dad is friends with the GM.
Apparently, Les Snead ran into Ty Simpson's parents at the Rose Bowl and told them, "We're going to draft your son."
Yeah, and that's like
and ended up doing it,
bruh.
I don't know how I feel about GMs making 13th overall pick draft decisions in January or December.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. When you the GM, you can make decisions like that. All I'm saying is your head coach did not like it at all.
McVay was like, yeah, this is their team. So
bruh, that joker's jaws was clenched so tight it wasn't even funny. And it's like, you know what? I see all of that stuff. And again, every year I am reminded of why we have the best owner GM duo in the league. Period. We don't have to worry about stuff like this. And stuff like this matters. It really matters. And we still, this is becoming a pet peeve of mine with Philadelphia fans. It's like, listen, we still have Ricky Williams syndrome, where if we don't draft who the fandom think we should draft, everybody's crashing out. And I'm like, I had to go back and check this. I was like, I checked 4 or 5 top 25 prospects for the draft. And I had to make sure that whatever information I found, that the article was written at least 3 months ago. And every list I found, the lowest I could find limit was like maybe 13.
As far as top prospects.
Out of everybody.
Wow.
He was always in the top 15. Always. So I'm like, most of the ones I saw had him at like 11 or 12. And I'm like, y'all not paying attention because y'all just want to see. When Kenyon Sadiq went off the board, I was like, all right, who's next? Because that was the personal thing. But you got the most outstanding wide receiver in the draft. And by some people's reports, they liked him better than Carnell Tate. The only reason Carnell Tate got drafted early was because Carnell Tate is 6'2". That's it. That's the only knock against Lemon, is he's 5'11". And 5'11 ain't short. 5'11, I beg to differ. 5'11 is not small.
Nah, it's not. It's not. 5'11 is above average height for a man.
Absolutely. Especially when you're looking at, and he got long arms. His wingspan is crazy. So there's some other things, but this is one of those things where, like, we heard all of this stuff about Devontae Smith when we drafted him. Even though he was a Blitnikoff Award winner, and even though he was a Heisman winner, what was the one thing everybody said? He's way too small. And it's like, did y'all not watch the film of Alabama?
Oh no, I'm past that whole like, oh, they too small shit. I'm past
and
that.
It's like, bruh, I played with Mark McMillan from Alabama. Mark McMillan played in the NFL, and he was a 5'8", 170-pound cornerback. And was good. Made the all-Madden team. Like, so don't get caught up. Everybody still get caught up in the check boxes, man. They want the optics to be there. And it's like, did y'all watch the kid play? Did you watch the tape? I know they said 4.51 on his 40 time. Did you watch the kid play? Because he don't look like he run a 4.51. He looked more like a 4.4 flat. He might not take the top off, but I'm telling you, get that joker in his own coverage. Get him in the man-to-man. He got loose hips. He can change direction on you. You got to let the kid play.
Yes, sir.
You have to trust the process that Howie Roseman and the crew of the Philadelphia Eagles scout team and research team did their homework. This kid is good. This kid is good. And stop crashing out because it wasn't who you thought we should get.
Exactly.
So we good with that. I think Stowers is going to be good. I like him. Like I said, he's super duper athletic.
And you still have Dallas Goedert in the building to buffer that transition.
Exactly.
He's surrounded by veterans. Dallas Goedert, Johnny Munt, Karen Kakatera.
That's one of the things we've always been able to replenish is the good vets to bring on the crop of young guns coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody heard anything about Tanner McKee?
That came up recently.
Yes,
in the chat. By the way, the Cardinals just drafted quarterback Carson Beck, the 65th overall pick.
Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting. That's what I heard. That's what I heard they're going to do. Or so I heard they've done. And again, like I said, Howie Roseman doesn't just draft random tight ends, especially in the second round. Zach Ertz, they drafted in the second round. They were patient and went and got him.
Yeah.
Then they were patient and went and got Dallas Goedert, found him in the second round. And then they were patient again and found Eli Stowers. They're very selective about how they draft tight ends at that high. And they haven't missed yet. They haven't missed yet drafting a tight end that high. So
did you hear the rumor about the Patriots?
No, what's going on?
That was funky. The rumor I heard was they talked about it. What show was I watching? Basically, they were saying it's just basically they were putting out a conspiracy theory that Caleb Lomu is going to be part of the deal for AJ Brown.
Caleb Lomu.
Yeah. The offensive tackle that the Patriots drafted.
They just drafted.
I know. That's the conspiracy theory. That he's going to be part of the package for AJ Brown. I don't think that's going to happen, but I thought it was interesting nonetheless.
What?
Because remember, this whole time, how we've been talking about, I want a first round pick.
I'll tell you this though. Sidebar. When it comes to the Jonathan Grenard move, They guaranteed him $50 million, which is basically a 2-year deal. And the edge rusher money is so astronomical. It's in the 40s of millions now. It's in the 40s. They got him for 25. And when you think about what Jalen Phillips just got, that 4-year, $120 million, Jonathan Grenard, he's a tick older. He's a couple years older. But I would argue Jonathan Grenard has had more stretches of consistency than Jalen Phillips. I can't hear you, bro. You're muted.
Play a hypothetical. If Jalen Phillips would have stayed, what do you think we would have paid him? Would it have been more or less than what Grenard just got?
Well, it would have been more.
Then we good.
That's how I'm looking at it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we good because we gonna good. Theoretically, we should get the same type of production.
Yeah, because Jalen Phillips, what the deal was, how much they guaranteed him? They guaranteed him something crazy. They guaranteed him something nuts. 4 years, $120 million, 80 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Eagles gave Jonathan Grenard. See, I'm saying 100 million. I'm saying 98 million, but let's just say 100 million. They guaranteed him 50. So, I mean, look. Jalen Phillips is 26. Jonathan Grenard is 28. And Jalen Phillips is going to be 27 when the season, by the time the season starts. And Grenard, he's going to be 29 when the season starts.
Well, how we just playing the game? Because let's say Grenard balls out this year. Say he balls out this year.
Mm-hmm.
You think he gonna want to scratch that second year and go for go try to get a bag?
Who knows? I mean,
I don't know. My point is the possibility exists.
Yeah, it does.
The possibility exists. And it'll take the money back off the books, depending on how he would do it. But obviously, he's going to do it to try to make it beneficial for the team. So, I think that's just another fleece lesson from Howie Roseman. I think I think we in one of these scenarios, man, where it just doesn't seem like it now. But give it a minute.
Yeah.
Give it a minute.
The thing is, like you say it all the time, Howie Roseman has done far more than earn our trust. Far more than earn our trust. Like,
facts.
I don't think he's made any move over the past 2 nights or past 2 evenings that set him back or put him in or looked forced or looked desperate.
Right.
On top of that, I'll be honest with you. When it comes to the money, I don't even worry about Howie Roseman.
Nah.
I trust Howie Roseman to put the money in the right places at all times.
Bro, you got it, man. I know you're going to pay your taxes. I know if you cash the checks, you're going to submit them.
And I also trust Howie Roseman's ability to know I trust his ability to know where the money is supposed to go.
Right.
It's a lot of GMs that misread the market. It's a lot of GMs that that overvalue certain guys or don't know how to value certain guys.
Absolutely.
Howie Roseman.
It's a lot of GMs that just aren't good at their jobs.
They're just not good at their job. It's been a long time since I felt like Howie Roseman misread or undervalued or overvalued somebody. It's been a while. Now the Eagles on the board. What do you think he's taking?
We on the board again?
Yeah, I told you it's a high 4. I mean high 3rd. The 4th pick in the 3rd round.
That happened quick. I'm gonna say we're gonna try to get a safety. I don't know who, but I'll take a safety in the 3rd round. That works for me.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too.
So, is the pick in yet?
Let me see.
I'm still seeing Raiders on television. So.
Yeah, I'm still saying Raiders as well, but the chat gonna tell us something at some point. The chat gonna tell us something. But they're definitely gonna the pick is in. The pick is in.
Damn, I'm looking for my sound effect. I ain't got it.
Oh yeah, because oh man. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I'm looking at television. They still talking about Carson Beck.
Let me see here. I'm not saying anything yet. They just go to commercial? They sure did.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what was the dude
Eagles,
on Twitter?
I'm seeing O-line here. I'm saying the Eagles took offensive lineman Markel Bell out of Miami.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing.
That makes sense to me.
That's what I'm seeing here.
What position? What position? Tackle or inside?
Let me double check here.
That's that 6'9" dude. That's that lumberjack. Damn, Paul Bunyan.
Miami, Markel Bell, 6'9", 346. Sheesh. Damn. Hi ho, Silver.
6'9". Good gosh.
There's no way he's a guard. Somebody said he's a big guard. Yeah, okay. That's a tackle.
That joker is a wall, bro.
That's a wall. 6'9", 346.
The biggest dude I ever been around. My first year over in the World League, when I was that first year over in Scotland, we had a dude from the Bengals. I can't even remember his name. I just remember this dude was like 6'6", 6'7", 405. We were walking down the street and it was like we was parting the Red Sea because over there they had never seen nobody that big before.
Woo. 6'9", 346 is crazy.
That's ridiculous, man.
They're honestly, this is all they're betting on traits with this guy.
Yeah.
For the past 2 seasons, he started 21 games over the past 2 seasons at Miami. So he's been a starter. This is a big dude.
That's somebody that's gonna open up them zone reads. That's what that is.
When you think about Jennings Dunker, who's 6'5", 319, and do you think about this dude, 6'9", 346?
Oh my God, that's huge, man. That's ridiculous.
That's
ridiculous. Shit, we might have to draft another damn quarterback because Jalen ain't gonna be able to see over the line of scrimmage.
And they still got Highland Pierce on the roster, that super tall, super athletic tackle out of Rutgers.
Yep.
They got bodies that they can find something out of. They still got Cameron Williams on the roster, Miles Hinton, Drew Kendall. You have prospects that you can literally freaking develop.
Yeah. But given our past history, especially on the line, it's good to have extras because there's no guarantee what Cam Jurgens is going to do. There's no guarantee about Landon Dickerson, and there's damn sure no guarantee that Lane Johnson's going to be able to stay on the field at a regular clip. We're hoping.
This is crazy.
We're hoping. So we'll see. What's Westbrook doing over up there, man?
Y'all met him in person, man. He is small.
Yeah, he could do. I met up with him. I took a picture with him. I was at an NFL health thing. It was like former players can go and you can get free health screening and stuff like that. We had to go to Philly, but I met up with him down there.
Wait, listen to this. This dude only allowed 2 sacks and over 1,000 offensive snaps.
Oof.
Only 7 penalties on 1,006 offensive snaps.
Bro, we got some stalwarts, man. Only allowed 2 sacks, and then you got Mekhi that only dropped 4 passes in his career.
400 in 2024, 4 sacks allowed and 520 snaps.
It's crazy.
This dude is crazy. So far, all these so far their first 3 draft picks have all been on offense, but it speaks to how much they've invested on defense the past several drafts.
Absolutely.
When you think about the last several drafts, they went defense in the first round. What, 3 years in a row? Jordan Davis in the first round, Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith in the first round. Quinyon Mitchell in the first and followed it up with Cooper DeJean in the second. Jalen Hunt in the third. Andrew McCuba, I believe, is a 2nd-round pick.
We in good shape, bro.
I mean, they've really invested on the defensive side for the past in the past few years. So now it looks like Howie's investing on the offensive side in the long term, because the offensive side is where most of the money is. So now it seems like he's trying to swing that pendulum the other way, because he just paid Jordan Davis. He just gave Bernard that money. He know he's going to have to pay Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, right? Maybe Jalen Hunt. It all depends. And you're going to trade A.J. Brown, right? You're trying to get younger because you're going to lose Lane Johnson after a little while. Who knows how long?
Last year.
Who knows how long Landon Dickerson plays? So eventually, those big contracts on the offensive side are going to start to fall off little by little.
He's setting it up.
The Lane Johnson contract is going to fall off. The Landon Dickerson contract is going to be going in about 2 years.
Yep. And don't forget, over the next 2 years, the salary cap is going to continue to go up.
Exactly, and you're going to re-up Smitty.
Yeah, for sure.
Dallas Goedert is not going to be here next year.
And here's the thing, though. So let's just assume, right, that Dontavian Wicks, Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, Darius Cooper, Mekhi Lemon, one of those guys is going to pan out. That's I can go ahead and assume that. I don't know how good they're going to be, but one of those guys is going to be a good receiver. It doesn't necessarily have to be Lemon. We see stuff like that all the time. They all world in college, and then lift like Tarzan, play like Jane, that sort of thing. So, but the odds are in our favor that we got a good one, and not for nothing, I think we are a little bit too quick to not talk about enough of Dontavian Wicks, because he is looking for his bag. He is looking for his opportunity, because he didn't get it in Green Bay. It wasn't his time yet. It wasn't his time. He still had some things to work on. He was good, but not great. He had he dropped some balls, and so now he's in a new environment, and he's in a new environment with somebody familiar. So this is in his benefit. So I'm thinking Wicks, he might end up being a play. It might end up being Wicks, Lemon, and Smitty.
And look, the Wicks, it gets overlooked, but Wicks is not small.
No.
Wicks is 6'1", 206. Smitty is 6 feet, 175, 180, soaking wet. And Mekhi Lemon is like 192, 195, 5'11. So Dontavian Wicks, he's not a small dude, and he's fast as hell. He's twitchy. And over the past few seasons, he's shown an ability to getting the end zone, averages double-digit yards of reception. He's been a big play guy for them. And for the most, and last year he missed 3 games for whatever reason. So this is going to be a really interesting situation for Jalen Hurts. Smitty is the OG in the room.
Yes.
And Dontayvion Wicks is probably the most astute of what's going to be asked of them right now. So like you said, you've been saying it all offseason that he has the edge.
Yeah.
And you got the first round talent. And Mekhi Lemon. And you still got guys like Hollywood Brown and Elijah Moore that are going to push as well.
I think everybody's positioning it like it's got to be a 1-to-1 replacement of AJ Brown,
and it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It
would be nice if it is, but it doesn't have to be. We just need somebody that's going to be good. We just need somebody that's going to demand the attention of the other side of the field from Smitty. Smitty can still be the main guy. Smitty can still be the guy that they roll a safety over to and double team.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no problem with that. That means somebody else has got to be open, and that somebody else has got to be ready to play.
Exactly.
So, but when you got a first round pick at wide receiver, he better be that guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't think, I just thought about this. This just popped in my head. Now, do you think that Jalen Hurts is going to be, him and Smitty are going to be calling their own plays?
No.
Right. So that means, for good or worse, Jalen Hurts is going to be on script a lot more. A lot more. This is, if you are a Jalen Hurts fan or if you are a Jalen Hurts hater, you are in the perfect situation. The perfect situation. If you are a Jalen Hurts lover, that means that you want to see him with a good offensive coordinator, got some new pieces on the puzzle, and we believe that Jalen Hurts is going to do what he's been doing. He's going to master this offense, and he's going to ball out, and he's going to do some things that we haven't seen. He's going to get to the unexpected. Hey, we're not used to seeing that. Glad we can see it now. If you are a Jalen Hurts hater, if he's not thriving in this new offense, what is everybody going to say? He can't get it done. Bring back this. He still can't read defenses. He can't pick it up. He's just not quite there. And that'll be a fair assessment. And you already know Howie Roseman's going to be looking to draft his replacement. So the haters get what they want. You didn't like Jalen Hurts anyways. So now it might be a possibility that he's out. Now, the other side of that, it's a little iffy because I don't want to see that, because that means whoever you bring it in, you got big shoes to fill.
Big shoes. I don't care how you feel about Jalen Hurts. You have that's Super Bowl MVP.
Dude, the dude that you didn't like took us to the game twice. Twice. And the time we lost it wasn't his fault. So,
No.
So it looks good on both sides of the table. And if you are a Jalen Hurts hater and he balls out this year, you're going to be converted, whether you like it or not.
I think he has a prime opportunity to ball this year because, listen, a guy like AJ Brown, as much as I love him, he comes with a lot. And when he's out there, you saw them trying to force feed him the ball many times last year, especially when they felt like they wasn't giving him the ball enough. And it just they started losing those games.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think Jalen Hurts wants to force feed the ball to anybody.
Nah, he gotta I think he'll take his time. He understands the process, because remember, he got to explain it to everybody. So he's got to be the first one to master it. So, like I've said before, I would imagine that him and Sean Mannion been having many conversations. A lot. So he'll be good. He'll be good. Damn it. Sixers down by 6 with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I know. I just saw it. That's over with.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'm getting the
Well,
scores.
it's going to be over with. I mean, look, 25 seconds. Tatum just hit a dagger. Yeah, that's, I don't really see it.
All right. So, well, listen, man, I got to bounce, brother.
No, you all good, big dog, man. I appreciate you for locking in with the kid. I appreciate you.
For sure. Always.
Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you guys are locking in. Pro Fan Talk is doing a fantastic job. Go lock in on Pro Fan Talk. Coach Markus does great work. Y'all know how we give it up here. So, Markus, listen, man. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here either because the Philadelphia Eagles looks like they're probably done for the day. And then, I don't see Howie Roseman trading back up. I don't see that happening. I think Howie Roseman did what he was going to do. And now it's on to day 3 because he has, if I'm not mistaken, let me double check this before you go. I think he has 2 4s, a 6, and a 7. Let me double check it. Okay, so he has a 4. I'm sorry, he has a 5, a 6, and a 7. He has a 5, a 6, and a 7.
Why do the Vikings have 3 more picks in this round?
3? Well, they got one of them from us.
Okay. I was like, damn, they got a lot of picks.
They got one of them from us. And I mean, we knew the Eagles wasn't drafting 9 players. So now they're down to 6 picks. 3 picks left. They made 3 total, all on offense.
That's the other thing, man. How we got to get rid of that cash, man.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to keep them picks.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to keep them picks. Because remember, man, if you get first round picks, second round picks, you got to pay them. So, but all right, brother, make sure you have yourself a good weekend this week.
For sure, man. We'll talk. I'll see you on Tuesday.
For sure.
All right, my guy.
You got it, brother.
Man, make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you guys lock in on my guy, Coach Markus. Like I said, he does phenomenal work. Let's see where we at. Because I'm probably about to get out of here myself, man. I've been live for almost 3 hours, and I think pretty much those are the picks. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. If I'm being honest, I don't see Howie Roseman trading back up. He doesn't really have much to bargain with. It doesn't make much sense. So, yeah. Let me see what happens here. Yeah. Make sure I smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I'm about to get out of here, man. I really do appreciate y'all. We got a lot done today. Just to recap, Mekhi Lemon drafted 20th overall in the first round to your Philadelphia Eagles. And then the Philadelphia Eagles followed it up, drafting Eli Stowers in the second round. Tight end out of Vanderbilt. Remind you, Mekhi Lemon is the Fred Bilenikoff Award winner for the most outstanding receiver in college football in 2025. And Eli Stowers won the John Mackey Award for the most outstanding tight end in the 2025 season. SEC tight end out of Vanderbilt. And then they followed that up, drafting Markel Bell, the behemoth, the Titan, 6'9", 346 pounds of a man out of Miami in the third round, offensive tackle, 2-year starter at Miami. Dude does not give up sacks. So they did add also Jonathan Grenard via trade. Jonathan Grenard via trade. The Eagles traded 2 third-round picks to the Vikings, a 2026 third-round pick and the 2027 third-round pick. Both of them are going to be low-end. And you added Jonathan Grenard to your edge rusher group. They gave him a 4-year contract worth up to $100 million, $50 million in total guarantees. Essentially, it's a 2-year deal with a $25 million annual salary. So I like what the Philadelphia Eagles have done today. I don't feel like Howie Roseman reached. I don't feel like Howie Roseman made any desperate moves. So far, you got 2 young guys at the skill positions. You got a young offensive lineman you're developing. And on top of that, You got a veteran edge rusher that knows what he's doing out there, added to that already stout defense. I like it so far, you guys. And there you have it. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I'll be your humble host. This has been day 2 of the NFL draft. And guess what? If the Philadelphia Eagles trade back up into this thing, you know what I'm going to do. I'm back on live, baby. And I'm going to give you guys another live stream later on where we're going to recap these picks in detail without the pressure of all these picks happening in front of our face. So most likely if the Eagles trade back up or whatever may have you, I'm going to go live again after the fact. But this NFL draft live stream of day 2 is over with. Again, I'm your guy, Tone. This was the second. You guys have been locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.